I'm the Jolly Saver, and in this video I'm going to show you how much I potentially saved in interest from overpaying my mortgage by £21,000 so far. So if you're new to my channel, I am on a mission with my partner to pay off our mortgage as quickly as possible. And on that journey, over the past few years, we've managed to overpay our mortgage by £21,500. The impact of overpaying that mortgage is that we will inevitably save money on interest that accrues on the mortgage. So in this video, I'm just going to talk through the figures and show how much interest we have potentially saved. Just before I go into the video, I just want to make it clear that I'm not a financial advisor and these figures are all just for illustrative purposes only. So I'm using an Excel calculator that I've created. So at the top here, I've got monthly repayment, interest rate, the outstanding mortgage balance, the current month, the end month of the mortgage, the time remaining, and the total overpayment so far. So what we're going to do is we're going to pretend first of all that we didn't overpay by any money at all. So what that means is we take our outstanding mortgage balance and add on the total overpayment we've made so far, and that brings us to a figure of £132,987. And if we hadn't made any mortgage overpayments, then the standard repayment each month would be £542. So this calculation here, month by month, takes the starting balance, knocks off the standard repayment and adds on the monthly interest. So as I scroll down here, you can see that as the months go on, the overall balance reduces and the interest that accrues reduces as well. So as I get to March 2047, I should get to a balance of 0 or below. So you can see here, March 47, we will have paid off our mortgage. So to try and understand the impact of the interest savings, what I've done is an alternative scenario, which is actually what the current situation is, which is where we've paid off £21,500 in mortgage overpayments. So the balance as it stands currently in November 23 is £111,411. So if I take that same standard repayment and the interest rate, which is 1.16%, then you can see how the balance reduces from now up until 2047. And as I scroll down, you'll see that we are set to become mortgage free a lot sooner than 2047. So the mortgage free date now would be December 2042. So if I scroll up, what I've done is I've summarized those figures so you can see the overall impact on interest savings. So without overpaying at a 1.16% interest rate, there would be £18,882 that would be paid in interest to the mortgage provider. However, because of the £21,576 that's been overpaid, that amount no longer accrues interest. So the overall amount that would be paid in interest because of the overpayments would be £12,582. So that represents a potential interest saving of £6,030. So what that means is we are £6,000 better off, or should I say we will be in the future, from overpaying compared to not overpaying at all. The end date of the mortgage, as I said, would go from March 2047 to December 2042. So that's a time saving of 4.2 years. One caveat with this is that what might happen is when I come to remortgage, my mortgage provider may suggest just lowering the monthly repayments and keeping the end date of the mortgage the same. That can happen. So you have to sort of instruct your mortgage provider to actually knock the the length of the mortgage down rather than just lowering your repayments. So, but if you're interested in the nuts and bolts of that, then do have a look online for mortgage guides and also what the practices of your mortgage lender typically are. Um, so at the moment, I'm on a very reasonable and generous interest rate of 1.16%. However, that could increase once my fixed rate comes to the end in 2 years' time. So what I can put in here is a scenario of what my interest savings would be if I jumped up to a 3% interest rate, for example. So as a bit of a test, I'll put 3% in here, and you can see that as the mortgage rate increases, the more um, savings I would make from our mortgage overpayment. So with a 3% interest rate, the amount that we would save because of the £21,500 mortgage overpayments could potentially be just under £20,000. And that would um, knock 5 years off the mortgage date. So I'll just scroll across here and just show you what the impact looks like on terms of yearly saving interest. So based on the £21,500 at a 1% interest rate, because of that £21,000 overpayment, we save each year £215 in interest. And you can see as the interest rate increases, the more we save from the £21,500 overpayment. So at a 5% interest rate, the amount that we would save in interest per year is £1,078. So what am I trying to show in this video? It's really just to reflect on my mortgage overpayment journey and just show the savings that I've potentially made from making the decision to overpay my mortgage. Um, the mortgage scenario at the moment looks like we're entering a period of higher rates than the past few years. So I think I made the right decision in terms of choosing to overpay and reduce my outstanding capital on my mortgage. So I'll leave the video here. As always, if you've got any thoughts about mortgage overpayments or you are on a similar journey yourself, then do leave a comment in the box down below. And I make regular videos on personal finance and mortgage overpayments. So if you're interested, then do subscribe to my channel and I'll see you on the next video.